So fat man.
So sleazy.
Um, was I a part of the first edition of the Multiverse of Previews?
You were not.
Wait, wasn't he? Because he was like took forever to do his review, and then we flew through the rest of them to spite him.
We did the reviews, but I don't think we did. I don't think he was there for the previews.
Well, that means this is the first time for me to be on the Multiverse of Previews. Right? I'm in.
Thumbs up, bro.
Thumbs up. What a thumbs up on a fucking podcast.
Thumbs up, bro.
We'll talk about that and more on the wrestling show. Welcome everyone, this is Sleazy.
This is a fat man.
Welcome everyone to another wonderful episode. Today we have Impact plus his favorite son, Ryan Williams, here with us today.
And right, because this was a Fat Horseman episode, because you were rehabbing.
Yeah, I was in rehab on this one. So we've got a shit ton of pay-per-views to for events, premium live events of what is it, 4?
Technically, there's 6 shows.
Oh,
and then if you go a week later and do like the 3rd and 4th, there's another 3 or 4 shows after. So like, I mean, we could firebomb a bunch of these shows if we put our mind to it.
So before we do that, I do want to touch on one news and rumors. There's been nothing out there. Last week we didn't do it because there's been really nothing. This week there really hasn't been nothing except one item, and that's the passing of superstar Billy Graham.
Yeah, he was pretty rough for a while there, if I heard correctly. So sad to hear him pass. Obviously, thoughts and prayers out to his family.
We got to do more than that, because he has been he was the first body guy in wrestling.
Absolutely.
And I will go and I will fight Ryan to the death of this. If there is no superstar Billy Graham, there's no Hulk Hogan.
Hulk Hogan said that.
Okay.
I
thought I had to punch you in the face.
No, sir. Hulk Hogan himself said that.
Yeah.
Over and over, Hulk Hogan always put over superstar Billy Graham for the body and the look and the style, like all of it. Just because you hate Hulk Hogan doesn't mean everybody hates Hulk.
Well, everyone should hate Hulk Hogan. He's a piece of shit. But no, he was so influential, and also Dusty Rhodes stole from him. Obviously Hulk Hogan stole from him. He was just, if he was around 10, 15 years later, he would have been huge.
No. Problem there is, if superstar Billy Graham doesn't happen here, there is no 10, 15 years later.
There would be. I don't know how big it would be, though. He'd be I think he'd be the Hulk Hogan. I honestly do.
I'm just saying that everybody stole from that style growing up from after that. If he wasn't there, if he was
no. But he was. I think he was just ahead of his time. That's all I'm saying.
So what you're saying is Booker T would have said, "Billy Graham, I'm coming for you, brother."
He didn't say brother. He said ginger.
Yes.
Couple of stats because I just brought it up here. PWI voted him the most hated wrestler of 1973. Match of the year, Bruno Sammartino, April 30th, 1977.
And
match of the year in 78, February 20th. His highest ranking, he was ranked 277 of the top 500 single wrestlers of the PWI's years list in 2003. So I guess it was just that greatest of all time. WWF champion, Hall of Famer in 2004. He held the NWA World Tag Team titles, the San Francisco version with Pat Patterson.
Yes, he did.
Pat.
And I bet he laid down like a douchebag. Another Gaga. No one gives a shit.
He will be missed.
Honestly, my brain, I feel like, well, it's kind of the drugs too, but that's fine. I thought
that explains a lot, folks.
I apparently read dirt sheets all the time looking at stuff, but WWE, apparently, the newest rumor is that the World Heavyweight Championship is a continuation of the old one. It's not a new belt. The history is attached to the one that Orton.
Oh, and okay, so from 2002 to what, 2014?
13, 14. Yeah, well, the end of 2013, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's what they're claiming, or
that's what's been online now. That's what they're claiming. It.
WWE hasn't claimed that.
No, they're where was it too? WrestleLink, I do believe.
I'm okay with that, I guess. It's kind of weird to do it that way, but you're reactivating a belt that has been deactivated. So I guess hasn't been the first time that's happened, obviously.
Nope.
The Cruiserweight Championship.
If
the
anything,
Intercontinental title.
Fuck.
Yeah. If anything, you can still call the undisputed WWE Universal title because it's the WWE title and the Universal title. And everybody can fuck off for saying they created another new title and didn't create one, they just reactivated it.
Yep.
And Dolph Ziggler becomes a Grand Slam champion again.
Did he lose that?
Yes, because the newer parameters of the Grand Slam Championship at this time are the WWE and the Universal title as your main titles for the world title part of it.
Oh, he's still a Grand Slam champion.
You would. That would be. It's like taking away Michael's Grand Slam championship.
They don't need to take away Michael's Grand Slam champion. Well,
you do because the European title no longer is a thing.
For their new Grand Slam title, you don't need the European title.
But I'm saying that you're taking away Dolph Ziggler's by saying one of the belts that he was using to be a Grand Slam champion is no longer.
He's a Grand Slam champion.
He's always going to.
He's always going to be a Grand Slam champion. Yeah.
As much as you want to, revoke that shit away from him, because
but they did. But now it's back, is what I'm saying.
Ugh.
The fuck?
I don't know what you want me to tell you here. This belt coming back and being the same belt means now they get to refer to Dolph Ziggler as a multiple-time Grand Slam champion. Two times.
Just like The Miz now.
Yeah, but like a lot of people are now multiple times. They just, by reactivating the belt and acknowledging this.
Well, then you couldn't call Orton a 14-time champion then. Or you couldn't call Cena a 16-time champion then.
Yeah.
It's the same premise.
Reactivating the belt doesn't do anything.
Yeah. It's the same premise.
But before WWE does Grand Slam 4, currently is under active championships, is what I'm saying. I know there's people that got different Grand Slams in one, because this is the third time they've changed the Grand Slam parameters to try to look at it that way and how WWE themselves reference it. So it's not the first time they've changed it. It's just they've changed it throughout the years.
I don't think they've changed. They've changed it. I think a lot of people were looking at it as a fact of, well, there's only certain championships are considered prestigious enough to be considered part of that Grand Slam arena. And when you start splitting up world titles, that's where it kind of gets muddy.
Honk
Punk being a big one, but
I said honk because there was a honk. Honking.
I was gonna say Punk being is technically a Grand Slam champion, but
Yeah, not technically he is.
CM Punk.
right, but because
No, he never won the U.S. title.
right, he did
He's a
not.
triple crown. He's a triple crown winner.
Yeah, but what is the ECW championship?
That ain't nothing. Who cares?
Right. Well, that's kind of my point. Is that if you, depending on who you ask, he is a Grand Slam champion.
Well, you could throw in the WWE title in there too, to replace the WWE title with the ECW title. He's won the world title and the WWE title. Like
Yeah,
it
but
doesn't.
People look at the ECW title as a tertiary title,
Good for people.
the same level as a European championship. That was
Cool.
You're a fucking idiot. You know that?
I'm not an idiot. It's just like Ryan. I don't consider it a world title, but I don't consider it a tertiary title. I don't consider the level of a European title. It was a championship of a brand. Like
I'm not saying that it was or wasn't. I'm saying people out there thought it was.
And I'm saying cool people are stupid. Like what do you want?
Whatever.
Before we get into everything, currently there are 16 Grand Slam champions in the history of WWE to the classifications that they call a Grand Slam champion since 2015. Can you name them all?
No.
I'll name them in order of how they
Owens.
Owens is the most recent one.
Mhm.
Do you want them in order from most recent back to the first one, or the first one into the definition of it?
Well, it's Orton, Cena, Miz twice.
Cena's not there.
Cena should be there. Oh no, wait, he's missing the IC belt.
Yep.
So okay, I'll just do it in order from the first person to have been classified: Kurt Angle, Eddie Guerrero, Edge, Big Show, The Miz, who's done it twice, Daniel Bryan, Chris Jericho, Dean Ambrose, Roman Reigns, Randy Orton, Seth Rollins, Jeff Hardy, Kofi Kingston, Rey Mysterio, AJ Styles, and Kevin Owens.
Cool. And they're not all Hall of Famers yet.
Just about. Well, Jericho might not be for a while.
Multiverse previews, the revenge of it, the
Let's go.
reckoning. Let's start with the show that's going to happen first. Ryan.
Under Siege, happening in London, Ontario, Canada, May 26th. There is a pre-show match. It is Joe Hendry defending the Impact.
I believe in Joe Hendry.
Defending against Dirty Dango. And you haven't watched anything, Fat Man?
Huh?
Have you been watching the TV show?
I honestly have not. Like I've just been reading on what's happening.
Like this little reveal that Dango had the ripped chest hair, and he was the. It's funny as hell. Well, I was like, oh, okay, that's good. I like this. I think it's a sin it's on the pre-show, but it makes sense because it's a digital media title when you think about it.
Because it's on the digital media platform.
Yeah.
Yep.
I
believe in Joe Hendry. That's
I want it. Dirty Dango winning would be funny and fitting to the whole shenanigans storyline they're doing, but yeah, Hendry's winning. Sleazy.
You don't watch the product.
Let me finish. Do you know who either of these people are, Sleazy?
One of them won in WrestleMania. The other one did one of my favorite covers of I Need You Tonight by NXS.
Fuck you.
I remember him from ICW, so fuck all of you.
I'm trying to remember because that's how I first got introduced to Joe Henry, was just those ridiculous songs and
yeah, they're fucking
right,
absolutely fucking hilarious. I actually believe Dango's gonna win here. Only because I think they're going to move Henry up the card.
They should.
100% should.
So you got to get the title off of it.
Yeah. I assume opening the card, but I'm reading from Wikipedia, so I'm from bottom to top because I know what the main event is supposed to be. ABC, Ace Austin and Chris Bay defend the Impact World Tag Team Championships against Subculture, Mark Andrews and Flash Morgan Webster with Danny Luna.
Interesting.
Right? Yeah, I said it for the show started. This card is stacked, and this is the first little match that's going to be hello.
Interesting. Oh, it's definitely ABC.
I 100% agree.
This comes out the day after, so like unless something like pops up that Subculture is signed and they're taking him, I don't see a title drop in here either. But that should open the show because that's going to be ridiculous. Nick Aldis 1-on-1 with Kenny King.
Aldis.
I mean, that is so obvious.
Aldis wins. LOL.
It's going to be a great match.
But Nick
there's only one winner there.
Aldis being built up for Mac.
Yep.
Side note, why isn't he in WWE or AEW? Do we have this chat all the time? And like
this case, I believe it's because he's married to Mickey James and he wants to be closer to his wife.
In this case, yeah.
In this case.
I think if Mickey got like a Legends deal or he signed to WWE, I think Nick would be right behind her.
Fair.
He's been behind her more than once.
Giselle Shop with Jadavala, I guess, and Savannah Evans versus I'm just fucking calling her Naomi. Fuck off.
I'm on spells backwards.
Thank you.
Also,
sleazy other women's wrestling enthusiasts.
There is only one winner once again.
Yeah, I know. Said again, I feel like a lot of this, a couple of these matches are we know who's going to win, but it's still going to be a
good match.
Yeah, this is going to be a good little match. The design, Diener, Angels, Angles, I don't know. Alan Angels. I'm just stoned.
5.
Diener 5 and Khan versus Rich Swann, Sammy Callahan, and TBA in a 6-man tag. Now again, Impact's TV is Thursday night. I know I read the spoilers and the taping that happened. I just don't remember it. And I'd rather keep the mystery in my head now and not go look it up. And just to see who gets announced as the third partner for that 6-man tag. And if the first one, I don't really know which side's going to win.
I'm going to go with the faces on this one, but I can see the design winning. I think the design winning would tell the better story to prolong it till Slammiversary, but I think the design wins or the faces win.
I like the design winning and stretching it for Monsters Ball.
Yep. Diener and Callahan. Yep. I think the better story is that, but I think the faces are winning.
We're gonna find out because scorecard's gonna be open for a lot of these motherfuckers, so you better be doing them.
I do what I want.
The funny part is we're talking about Cody Diener and all these guys, and the last Ultimate Wrestling show I ever went to, their main event was Cody Diener versus a local guy. How much of it? And that was 7 years ago, 8 years ago.
Fuck Benoit. They're the name that shall not be named.
I just think it's funny that he went from there all the way back up to Impact.
Hope he got paid.
What, $25, $30?
That's quadruple what most people are making there.
Hot dogs are like 50 cents, man.
That's true. Yeah, you can just buy a fucking like
First
8-pack
off,
at
now I
Walmart
want
for
a
like
hot
$1.
dog. Now I want a hot dog, you dickhead.
Welcome.
Second off, 6-way
Waggles.
match. A 6-way match to determine the number one contender for the Impact World Championship. Yu Uemura versus Jonathan Gresham versus Frankie Kazarian versus Eddie Edwards versus Alex Shelley versus Moose.
iPhone.
Thank you. Second match that I don't really know if there's a clear winner. I don't see Macklin losing the belt anytime soon, so I don't think it matters who wins.
No.
I'll pick Kazarian.
Yes. That's the pick, I think. It's not going to be a heel.
Yeah, it's got to be a face.
I think Kazarian's winning that match.
It's got to be some. Yeah, it has to be Kazarian. I mean, there
doesn't have to be a face
against Macklin.
Moose or Eddie Edwards to win that match, and it would be a good story. There doesn't have to be a face.
It's Kazarian. It's Kaz.
I think you could make a justification for it to be Eddie Edwards. But I think Kazarian would be the best matchup against Macklin because he's a legitimate, guy that wouldn't be hurt by a loss like that.
Name the participants again.
Alex Shelley, Eddie Edwards, Frankie Kazarian, Jonathan Gresham, Moose,
iPhone,
and some Jap.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be Kaz.
Well, is Grisham's a face, right?
Or Gresham, yeah.
Grisham's what you need Grisham to be. Grisham's best way to put it. Grisham's Daniel Bryan. Grisham's William Regal. Grisham's a wrestler.
That's true.
No, I'm gonna change it. I'm going with Gresham. I think it's gonna be
Gresham.
I think it's gonna be Gresham.
I could easily see Gresham doing it, but I'm gonna stick with Kaz.
Chris Sabin, 1-on-1. Trey Miguel for the X Division Championship. Chris Sabin's looking to be a record 9-time X Division champion if he wins.
They'll throw it on him. They'll absolutely throw it on him.
I think it's gonna be Trey.
Trey's been holding that division down, and really the benefit of staying with Impact, I guess, when WWE didn't sign him, or they signed the other two, right? So he's
how well that worked.
But it worked great for everybody but the other one. I just don't remember what his name is now. Is the worst part about it.
Yeah. I don't remember his name
That's
either.
Still North American champion?
Yeah, Wesley's got a great one. The Rascals back in I'll call it old TNA.
Old
but
school TNA.
Yeah, the Rascals, they were a fucking deadly stable, and they were good, and all three of them could go. It's a sin what happened. Shitty that. No, I'll stop. I'll behave.
But no, I think Miguel retains.
Yeah. If Jordan Grace loses, she can no longer challenge for the title as long as Peraza was champion. Last chance match for the Impact Knockouts Women's Championship. Deonna Purrazzo versus Jordan Grace.
Purrazzo wins, LOL.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Think it's gonna be Grace?
I think Grace gets it back.
No, I think it's gonna be Deonna.
I'm always hesitant when that stipulation goes on, see? Because Grace is signed, Purrazzo isn't it?
I don't know.
I think she's signed.
I don't know for sure.
Okay. I got journalism some shit later and find out for sure.
Journalism some shit.
Look at you, fucking shit.
In the main event, no disqualification because PCO needs no rules for the Impact World Championship, Macklin and PCO. There's no way Jay Briscoe's winning the Ring of Honor World title.
No way.
There's no way PCO's winning the Impact World title.
No way. Not. He has a 0.01% chance.
No. There's no
way. There's always
piece of shit.
What?
You over-presenting piece of shit.
Yeah. There's no way Jay Briscoe's winning the Ring of Honor World title. There's no way PCO's winning the fucking Impact World title. No way.
No way.
No way.
No way. Okay. Yeah, that sounds like a pretty solid fucking card.
Right?
Yeah. And then we go from that card to a few hours later, we go to WWE Night of Champions.
I think you're being really ignorant to sleazy because there is a Stardom show that day too.
Who?
I tried.
Don't worry about it. He's just pissed that his girl fractured her ankle. Jumping off of apron.
She broke her foot, not fractured her ankle. And also,
excuse fucking me.
No, it's different. And also, fuck everyone who fucking thought that was funny, by the way, on the internet. Someone getting hurt is not
funny.
A shit ton of fucking people
Really?
thought she got what she deserved. It's like, are you fucking kidding me? Fuck you, you pieces of shit.
I don't find that shit funny. You obviously know me better than that. But
Yeah.
it's just, it sucks that it happens that way. And we had a Frankie Sassano moment where the referee can't count to 3.
She's hurt. Count her down. Like,
yeah, no shit.
It's like she
There's a
can't
reason
kick
why
out.
she's not kicking out.
Yeah, she's fucking hurt.
Shit.
So you do the move again? Fuck you, dude. Just fucking kick. Just count it. And that's why those refs are shitty. But I'm not trying to be a dick to Sleazy about the Stardom is because we really don't cover Stardom.
We
don't have a time. We just don't cover Stardom. So
we covered Impact in like 15 minutes there because it was real easy. But now
Stardom.
I know Stardom wrestlers, but I can only point them out by Reddit telling me which ones are half naked on the internet.
Or less.
I mean, don't
wrestle with the Joshies.
I mean, don't they all like just look the same? Just for
no, sir. Yeah. News will tell you different.
Sleazy's looking around like. Okay, Night of Champions in Saudi Arabia. That's Saudi.
Another blood money show that everybody's going to bitch about, but it's going to be fucking deadly.
Let's start with. Let's get it out of the way with Raw Women's Championship, Bianca Belair versus some Asian. I'm actually, for the first time in a very long time, I think Asuka's winning.
Anybody else just really appreciate the Raw women's titles being like 5-4 on SmackDown, the SmackDown women's titles being 5-4 on Raw, and it just nobody cares because you shouldn't. It just makes sense. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Like let's just go.
Just let it go, right? Yeah. Asuka should win here.
Asuka should have won a Mania.
That's my point. Is that there was why
so she can be Becky's. So she can be Becky's
exactly.
Reign. Now that that's done, Asuka wins.
Well, here's the thing: is that they could. You don't think they could have thrown somebody else there?
News and rumors. There's 3 major heel turns coming up, and it's Belair and it's Brie Profits.
Then if it's Belair, then she's winning.
No, the heel turn comes out of Asuka.
Winning?
Yeah.
Shit out of her?
Yeah. The rumor coming up is the Street Profits are turning heel too, and Bianca Belair's turning heel.
And they heal it up together?
I think so, yeah. Or at least they can, like when Becky and Seth, when they were healing heel or healing face, they were kind of kept apart. But then they just keep them on the same, so you can kind of keep them interacting together because they're connected.
The War Raiders are currently heels, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Damn. Because I would run the 2 of them together, like to have a 6-person.
I don't know. I still think Asuka wins, but I still believe like if you're gonna turn Bianca heel, I think it's better for her to keep the title because she's be like, no one's beating me in blah 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 days. You know what I mean? That's like a heelish thing to do and stuff like that. Like not because you're pissed off that I guess you can do it pissed off that you lost the title after a record reign, but it's going to end eventually. So, I mean,
Yeah, and then when it ends, the cheating and nobody stops it, and you snaps out on the next episode of SmackDown.
I mean,
like,
if
you know what I mean?
Asuka cheats, but
What do you mean if Asuka cheats? You're spitting in her face every week, but there's no if. I guarantee you Asuka Charles missed at least twice during that match because Bianca Belair is blocking one of them.
Well,
And
she blocked one of them at Mania by just standing there and letting the wind take it.
Yeah, outdoor shitty, right? I understand, but it's still miss usually happens once. It's more than once that missed attempt is happening in Saudi. At least twice. But Asuka winning here will drive Belair mad because WWE likes a slow fucking story progression and doesn't just make it happen right away. And you're gonna see
didn't
that.
Asuka apparently just recently turn heel?
Yes. So
But
you can slowly turn Belair here too. One more match.
What do you? I guess the question is, what do you gain with Belair being heel, other than something she hasn't done?
That's it.
Who do you run her against then?
Let me go to the SmackDown, let me go to the SmackDown
SmackDown.
roster.
Yeah,
Well, you're
the Raw
looking at
Women's
the
Champion. Let's go check the SmackDown roster because of
Well, you're talking about that. Let's talk about the SmackDown Women's Championship on Raw. Rhea Ripley defends against Natasha.
Well, LOL.
Rhea wins.
100%.
LOL.
No way Natasha's winning the SmackDown Women's Championship.
Right? It's like everyone's first challenger is Natasha. You know,
It wasn't though because she
But
has
why not?
Lena Vega. She has Zelina Vega.
can't even say it.
I was trying to say it, but I was yawning at the same time.
Your dick is so far up on camera here.
Currently, the SmackDown or the Raw Women's Division or the SmackDown Women's Division. Alba Fire, Asuka, B-Fab, Bailey, Bianca Belair, Charlotte Flair, Dakota Kai, though she's injured, Isla Dawn, Io Sky, Lacey Evans, Mia Yim, Scarlett, Shotzi, Tamina, Zelina Vega.
Well, we don't 100% Shotzi ain't doing nothing.
Yeah,
Well, Shotzi's going in the tag division.
right.
Well,
With
because
Raquel.
her parents are so unathletic, it's not even funny.
So Asuka as
I'm
heel,
down to 274 pounds. I'll have you know.
So Asuka as a heel runs a Charlotte
Only
Flair
100 more
feud.
pounds to go, Sleazy. You can do it. No, I'm not even joking. You can do it.
I can't do shit. To come back to Ryan's point, there's really the face roster there is pretty fucking terrible.
No. Well, you got realistically your top two are Zelina Vega and Mia Yim. You run them for a couple of months each.
I love, with all due respect to both Melina.
Melina.
Now you can't even say it.
I tried to combine Zelina and Mia, and I got Melina. With all due respect to both of them,
Oh,
they're not that top. With all due respect to both of them, I don't consider them top baby faces yet. Really, I mean, outside of the one place that she was, which was Puerto Rico, I don't think they've done enough work with either one of them to establish them as a top baby face on the brand.
So then Bailey turns face and Charlotte Flair is there. There you go. The Roman Asuka, you're fine till Mania next year.
So we get to play those games again.
Yeah.
Becky Lynch versus Trish Stratus.
Ha!
That's all I heard from Sleazy was
I said ha.
Trish.
Yeah. You know what this
Trish.
is? You know what this is? Becky was like, well, Charlotte got to have a good match with her. I wonder if I can have a good match with her too.
I think Trish wins.
I also agree with that, actually.
Which part?
That Trish wins.
Oh. Yeah.
I think if Trish is going to be around for a little bit longer, yeah, Trish wins.
Okay. Intercontinental Championship. Vata defends against Mustafa Ali.
Who's gonna win?
There's no way Jay Briscoe's winning the ROH
No,
World title.
there's twice on this card.
No way.
I think he's winning.
DQ doesn't matter.
It's not going to be a DQ. Walter's going to fucking. They'll have a good match.
Murder him.
They'll have a good
He's
match.
going to get murdered, but I think he's going to win.
You're wrong.
The thing is that you're also right. He's not going to win the title, but I think he's going to win here. I really do think that.
As long as that's your pick on the scorecard, I believe you.
I will absolutely pick it that way. I
But
believe
by DQ.
count out. I think that he's going to do some major big spot to the outside, and it gets him down long enough so he gets into the ring, and Gunther misses the 10 count, so technically loses, but he isn't hurt by the loss because he just barely missed it or something. Enough to give Ali some semblance of a push away, because that's kind of the story that they're trying to tell, is that he's lost over and over and over and over and over again. And this is probably the last chance he's going to get at getting a shot at any title at all. And he got disrespected on Raw. You know, Lesnar just basically called him a little pissant during his interview. You know, I think it makes a cool story for him to win it without winning it. You know what I mean?
Well, you're wrong. Yo, Dog, I heard you like tag team matches.
I do.
No. Wait. How badly did I beat you in the last scorecard for WWE?
Yo, Dog, I heard you like tag team matches. Again,
Hold
I've
on.
done like 2 scorecards in the last year. You're like, how badly did I beat you? I
Funny,
don't care.
the one that you actually chose, you lost horribly.
Actually, I won the first one I did and then lost the second one. So I'm
Horribly.
actually I'm at 50% right
Horribly.
now.
Horribly.
What's your percentage again?
100%.
No, it's not 100%.
For the ones I entered, I did. Yeah.
You lost WrestleMania.
Oh, I did, didn't I? Okay, so
Aha!
close enough.
Tag team titles: Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn versus Roman Reigns and Solo Sikoa.
For the third time, there's no way Jay Briscoe's winning the world title. There's no way Roman Reigns and Solo Sikoa are winning tag team titles.
No, I don't think so either.
So the question is how they
Here is where I would buy a count out or a DQ in this match to protect Solo for not taking a pin. You're not going to pin Roman Reigns. That's not going to happen. I mean, you can pin Solo because Cody Rhodes has pinned him, but you don't want him to. There is a way you can protect Solo.
No.
What? No. Wait. Why not?
Solo needs to pin here.
Why does Roman not get pinned here?
You take away from WrestleMania, then.
Not really. You're having basically 2 very top tier wrestlers together as a tag team beat Roman Reigns. That's good enough. You've already shown that both Owens and Zayn on their own took him to his limit.
Solo is fucking eating a spear from Reigns. And that's the end of this match. Solo eats a spear. And that's where your future seeds, because if you watch the product, Roman shoulders him on SmackDown and gives him the
I did watch that part.
Yeah, and that's what's so good about WWE. It's the little moments like that they talk about. Like I like when little stuff like that happens in AEW and anywhere. Just those little things that if you see it and you understand the significance of it, that means you watch the product and you've suspended your disbelief because that moment made you go, ooh, that's not good. And that's what's going to happen here because that's what's going to build it. Roman's fucking murdering Solo with a spear on accident, and that's what's going to cost him the match. That's why Solo's eating the pin here.
Okay. That's viable too. But if they
Sure.
don't want to do that, I do believe that they could protect Solo. I don't think they will with like a DQ or something. Like finally their interference gets caught by the referee or something. Or the Usos come down and cost them the titles.
Usos can't fly, can't they?
They've been on Saudi shows, haven't they?
Have
I
they?
don't honestly know.
Gotta go look now, because
I'm pretty sure they have. Yeah, look it up. I'm pretty sure they have.
Because they couldn't go over to Europe, or they couldn't go over to the Clash of the Castle or something, and that's why
Oh, that's right. Solo
Solo
came
did-
out. Yeah, that's
yeah.
right.
Yeah, but it's Saudi.
It's Saudi.
Saudi.
Yeah, but either way, Owens and Zayn are winning.
Oh yeah, no, the Usos were at the last one. Never mind, because it was the Logan Paul one.
Oh yeah. Okay,
Oh,
so
the Usos are gonna fuck that.
yeah. Oh, the Usos
Do
hit
something to fuck
Solo,
them.
or just turn on Solo, or they accidentally hit Solo and the ref sees it, or they accidentally hit Solo and they win. But yeah, Roman Reigns is not losing this match. Cody Rhodes versus Brock Lesnar.
It's Brock.
Yep. There's no way Jay Briscoe's winning the ROH World title on this one either. Brock's winning. Brock's getting the win back.
And SummerSlam will be the trilogy match, and Cody wins again.
This is a no holds barred match, or is it just another single?
Just a regular match for now.
But Cody's arm is broken.
Yeah. So what I can see happening, or
They do a double DQ.
no,
It never happens.
no,
thing.
or
It could.
Cody somehow wins this match. Brock costs Cody Money in the Bank, and then they have a match at SummerSlam. But
Cody's winning Money in the Bank.
you think Cody's? I don't think Cody's winning Money in the Bank.
That's how
He wins and he loses his shot. You know what I mean? Again.
That's how you get Cody back to Roman. See,
You know how else you get Cody back to Roman? Another Royal Rumble win. You could, but
back
or
to back?
yeah, why not? The only problem with doing that is someone gets fucking red fucking hot right before the Rumble. But you also have another world title you can do. You can do so. Yeah.
News and rumors for WrestleMania next year. One of the leading matches they're being talked about is Cody Rhodes versus Gunther as a Raw main event match.
Cool. Not going to happen. It's Cody versus Roman. Anyway, unless they do that, or Cody wins winning the bank. He's like, I want you at SummerSlam. And that's where Roman loses the title. Because they never said the story has to end at WrestleMania.
He's going to finish the story. Yeah.
Yeah. He just has to finish the story. So you could be right. He could win Money in the Bank and then win at SummerSlam.
Hey, George R. Martin could have wrote more concise series.
Your face. Terminate. Who do you think? Did you say Sleazy? Lesnar or Rhodes?
Oh, I think the match is going to get thrown out.
Of course you do, because you're weird.
I
Terminate.
can see that too. I can see that as a viable option as well.
I don't think they're actually going to have the match. I think they're just going to brawl for a bit, and it'll just be thrown out. Because that sets up a third match for like a no.
But it's not a third match then.
Well, I think they'll do a no hold barred match. Or some sort of like street fight or whatever the fuck you want to call it.
Stip match.
Yeah.
All right. Tournament final. I'm trying to speak and then I'll be sorry at the same time. Seth freaking Rollins versus AJ Styles.
statistics time or trivia time. Seth Rollins is the first person to be in the finals of an inaugural championship 3 separate times in the WWE.
Mhm.
Name them.
Universal, NXT, and this one.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
He's 1-1.
The rubber match. My heart says AJ Styles, as it always will, but you got to put it on Rollins.
It's got to be Rollins.
Got to be Rollins, right?
I mean, I know Styles just came back a few weeks ago, but Rollins is so fucking over. It's got to be Rollins. I mean, a match is going to be fucking match of the night.
Bonkers. Yeah, it's going to be bonkers.
So, Ryan, who's been eating Pringles all day.
No, it was Lays.
Goals?
There's no way AJ Styles is winning the World Heavyweight title.
So Ryan sees this as a seriously predictable show.
I can't wait to watch it.
Oh, it's going to be great. Sadly, I won't be able to watch till Sunday, but it's going to be great.
Yeah.
Next show.
So
actually, let's take a quick break, and then we'll finish up with the other two shows, which is Double or Nothing and
Battleground.
Battleground.
Yep.
So we'll be back for this. We're back, folks. Ryan,
There's also a second Stardom show, and the Crockett Cup, and New Japan got a show.
Yeah, but no one cares about Asian shows that happen. Apparently,
No, literally no one.
Two in the time frame we're talking about. Actually, that's the best part about it.
I love
So
how Stardom
wanna-
and New Japan get lumped in the same bucket as NWA. Fuck you guys.
I'm 1000% reading out the brackets for the Crockett Cup for this podcast is over. I already have it up ready to go. I'm a tag team guy.
I'll do Battleground because so I'll just do Battleground.
Yeah, we'll fly through this one.
Last man standing match: Ilya Dragunov versus Dijak.
Dijak.
Dijak, because Dragunov's getting called up.
Yep.
Watch
Yo,
how
Dog.
quick this one goes.
Yo, Dog. I heard you like tag team matches. NXT Tag Team Championship:
I
Gals
do.
versus the Creed.
What a great match that's going to be. I think Gallus.
Yep, Gals.
Gals.
Okay, cool.
Okay. Sleazy's favorite match: triple threat match for the NXT North American Championship. Wesley versus Tyler Bate versus Sleazy's gonna love it now. Joe Gacy.
Gonna steal the show.
Yeah, 100%. And Joe Gacy is winning the title.
Yes, sir.
Wrong. You think so? I think Wesley's retaining.
I think
Wesley,
he's not
As
gonna
much as I would love Joe Gacy to win, and
Joe
he should
Gacy-
win. I think it's more of a my heart says Joe Gacy, but my head says Wesley.
Joe Gacy should have beat Roderick Strong during that feud. Didn't.
Yep.
But here's Joe Gacy's moment.
Yes.
British Rounds Rules match for the NXT Heritage Cup. Noam Dar, that's a title, defends against Dragon Lee.
If you had not watched NXT UK or at all, or forgot how it worked, the Heritage Cup, those rules and how they wrestled, that's how the Heritage Cup goes on. It goes by those rules.
Okay.
Now you're gonna have to look them up to know them exactly, and they will explain them because that's how WWE is to over-explain
Match
stuff too.
consists of 6 three-match rounds with 20-second breaks between each round. Matches are 2 out of 3 falls. Falls can be won by pinfall, submission, or count out, but there's no disqualification. Once a fall occurs, the round ends. The match ends once a wrestler has 2 wins 2 falls. The event of a disqualification or knockout, the match instantly ends without the need of 2 falls. If all 6 rounds are complete, whoever is ahead on falls wins the match.
I hate to ask.
My head hurts.
No, they're good little matches.
Here's my problem with it is why is there 6?
6-pack, bro.
I love that. Because the rounds are so short, they just did 6. Is the only real answer I got for you. Like the time frame of rounds.
Yeah, 6 3-minute rounds.
Yeah.
18 minutes.
Okay, I guess. It just makes me feel like that if it's best 2 out of 3, why isn't it 5 rounds? I don't know. It just
So
Maybe-
How updated is your information? Because it looks like the women's title match that you're going to talk about here now. I want to see how updated it is.
it is Roxanne Perez
Yeah.
or Tiffany Stratton versus Valkyria.
Yes.
She beat Cora. Yeah, she beat Cora Jade, which is a shock to me because I thought it would be
Yes.
Perez versus Cora Jade. I thought Cora Jade was winning it, so
Tiffany Stratton's winning it.
yep, it's got to be Tiffany Stratton's going to be winning that.
Oh, they just announced on TV the Creed Brothers versus Galaxy at Battleground 2.
It's like
Sleazy.
I hate these shows. Tiffany Stratton's winning. As much as Cora Jade was my pick too, so
NXT Championship, Carmelo Hayes versus Braun Breaker. Hayes wins LOL.
Yeah. And it's going to be another fantastic match. That card sounds fucking great too.
Yep. All right, Sleazy, you do the doubles or the nothings.
as the resident AEW mark now, I guess.
Well,
Chip's not here. Adam Cole versus Chris Jericho, the unsanctioned match.
My brain is trying to remember if that is counted in the records or not. Because I still like that they do the records on the bottom, and that's just me going, oh, that's cool. Cool, they've wrestled this many times and this many shows and blah, blah, blah. So I just my only clarification on that, we should message them as journalists for AEW and find out the difference. Is it on any sanctioned match towards their records or not? Is it like a lights out match?
I'll text them.
Thank you.
Anyway,
Cole,
Adam Cole wins. Anyway, Adam Cole wins.
By the by, Chris Jericho is eating this. Ethan Page and the Guns versus the Hardy Party, which is Isaiah Cassidy, Jeff Hardy, Matt Hardy. It's a 6-man tag team chance. If Hardy Party, because when it's time to party, we will Hardy Party hard. I've been waiting to say that for a good half hour. If Hardy Party wins, Matt Hardy will own Ethan Page's contract. My head hurts.
Why does your head hurt?
Just saying Hardy and Party so many.
I was going to say, because the storyline makes perfect sense. If you watch the
product. Hey. I know what's going on.
Okay.
Apparently.
Ethan Page wins LOL.
No.
Absolutely not.
Hardy's getting that contract for a bit because Ethan Page.
I am super biased because I don't think Jeff Hardy should be ever wrestling again. I think he needs to step away from the business forever for his own health. So I am going to say Ethan Page just because.
You'd grill Sleazy for his hate on Logan Paul for those exact same bullshit reasons.
Say what now? I've grilled Logan. No. I grilled. Well, his logic is he thinks Logan Paul is a terrible person. My logic is I'm concerned about Jeff Hardy's health, and I think wrestling isn't good for him. Oh, totally different things.
I just want to clarify that, or more reiterate, that Logan Paul is a shitty person.
There you go.
That's all I need. Jade Cargill versus Taya Valkyrie for the singles TBS championship. The
Taya should win.
Card title.
Taya should win. Get the belt off Jade. Is not doing nothing no more.
Yeah, I think Taya wins.
Do you think they move Jade up?
You got to.
Yep.
You got to start playing her with big people now.
Yep.
She's going to where the big boys play now, or big girls play, I guess technically.
Yep. Mm-hmm. ROH.
Wow. Let's do Blackpool Combat Club, the 4 of them, versus the Elite, the 4 of them, in an Anarchy in the Arena match.
Let's fucking go.
Yeah.
The last one was deadly. This one's going to be chaos too, and I can't wait.
it's going to be a fun watch.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure we're going to see a ton of good wrestling, but it's
That's
going
not
to be a good
That's
fight.
not what this is.
No, it's not.
No.
And I think they're okay. Do you think that they're going to save this for the last?
No.
Nope. 4 ways last.
How do you follow that match? Like,
AEW doesn't care. That's the thing. It doesn't matter for AEW.
I say you put it first. I say you open the show with this.
I'd open show with the ladder match, but that's just me.
Yeah.
We'll see how that.
Anyway, Elite wins.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. I don't think there's any reason why they shouldn't.
Mm-hmm.
Especially with Paige back on the same side. Jamie Hayter
Yeah.
versus Tony Storm for the AEW Women's Championship.
Hater's had it a while now, see, so I don't know.
Yeah, I was thinking like, I think again, it's like Hayter should win, but I think Tony Storm's winning. Because what's the point of her little stable if they can't win the title? Like I think Tony Storm's winning.
Hater's current reign is 182 days.
I'm not against her losing here, but I think having Hayter versus Jade down the line would be a better story.
Yes, but Hater are going to have the belt back by then.
Yeah.
Because Jade's now going to have to rebuild herself up through the main women's.
Yeah, she's not
rankings.
going to lose the title and go immediately into.
Yeah, she's going to have to fight those
Yeah.
women who are fighting for the world title run up.
Which they would do on the weeklies.
Yeah.
I don't think they'd pull the trigger on that until All In or All Out, which is a while away.
Yeah. So.
4 months.
Yeah. So that's more than enough time to build her up as a credible champion or credible challenger.
I still think Tony Storm's winning.
I'm not saying that that's not I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying that's what I'm looking at it as. But you can absolutely make the argument that Tony should win there too. So ladder match for the AEW International Championship. I don't know where they got that name from.
That is a 21-man blackjack battle royale for the International Championship.
Yes, you're correct. I read the ladder match. I don't know why. Orange Cassidy is the champion. Aaron Solo, Powerhouse Hobbs, and QT Marshall have been announced, and apparently 17 other to be determined competitors.
I hate little things like this with AEW. There's 21 men in the casino battle royale. Why not just call this a casino battle royale?
Why don't we call the Casino Battle Royal a Blackjack Battle Royal?
They don't like the names of the matches that come up with, so they change them. And it'd be the same rules too. So I don't
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I think Orange Cassidy is not going to eliminate anyone and still win the match.
Okay. I think he's gonna eliminate at least one person.
No.
Ryan, he's still sucking on dick over there. Oh, he's swallowing cum. Okay.
Whoever wins this match is going to be the face of Collision.
So it's Orange Cassidy.
Oh my God! So it's CM Punk.
Ladies and gentlemen, Ace Steel.
Fuck him.
Oh.
So who do you think it's going to be then?
I don't know.
I think.
You don't know?
I think.
I don't know because all the other. I don't think anybody that the 4 names that announced are. Orange might keep it, which makes sense because he's had such a long reign that gives it something. But
Yeah.
going into the show with a new champion, somebody that's going to be promoted a lot and used a lot, because that title is news and rumors, rumored to be a major piece of Collision. That's why they've treated this title with such importance with Orange, and it's being defended all the time. And right, because this is going to be their kind of main, their main title. They're kind of, this is the show, this is the belt that's going to be on this one a lot. That's all.
Which makes sense because you have the TNT championship on Dynamite. You have the Ring of Honor championship on Ring of Honor. You have the TBS championship.
Well, they should. I honestly, what they should do if they're gonna do three shows, which I think is mind-boggling, but move the TNT title champion to Rampage, which is on TNT, and focus Dynamite as the world title. That's your main show. There's your world title. TNT Rampage, TNT title, Collision, international title. So each show has their own singles title. And obviously you can have some crossover because, people on Collision.
Rampage is going to turn it into like what Dark was. More like, what was the rumor or the article I read was going to become like their Shotgun Saturday Night or their Sunday Night Heat, that kind of show.
Which it always should have been. Honestly.
Which it is now. What are you talking about? It's the way it is now. So
yeah, but they booked rando matches that were just ridiculous for what it was. I mean, we had Shibata versus Orange Cassidy on that one. What the fuck?
Because they were trying to make it bigger, and everyone's like, "Oh." Cool.
I'm not saying they weren't trying to make it bigger. I'm saying that
just for that week, though.
Well,
it's like so weird.
Well, it's actually pretty obvious why they did it that way, is because it was in Atlantic City. It was one of their only shows where it was its own standalone show.
Yeah, it's so weird. Like, I know it's a tape show sometimes, it's a live show sometimes, but like, even some of their live shows are just not great. Like, it has been great. Like, since the first episode, it hasn't been great. Like, so.
Yeah, I'm not sure they knew what to do with it.
Which
I
gives
think that's
me
the problem.
Pause for concern about Collision. Like,
I think they do know what to do with that because it's going to be Rampage existed to suck fans out on the outro of SmackDown. You know what I mean? It only Rampage exists only because SmackDown exists. You know what I mean?
I disagree with that.
Really?
To an extent.
Really?
There's some truth to what you're saying.
Always the first match after it's
no. There's some truth to what you're saying. But if TNT or Turner is paying for them to have another show, AEW gets more money, why not? And why not do it on a Friday night and B, technically have SmackDown be your lead in?
I'm not
So I think there is some truth to what you're saying. And yes, and Saturday Night's Main Event for WWE did that all the time, to where like their main event was the first match because it's late on a Saturday night. This is late on 10 o'clock on a Friday night.
Right.
It's smart for them to do it that way.
I'm not saying it isn't smart. I think it's a smart idea to do it that way. I'm just saying that Rampage, as the current product as it is, wouldn't exist if SmackDown didn't exist. It would be a completely different idea and a completely different show. You know what I mean?
Kind of.
Which is the reason why Collision now exists.
They should have just made Rampage into their Collision.
Yeah, absolutely. They should have.
Yeah, so
they should not have done what they had done. We could go around that.
Yeah. Let's keep going.
Wardlow versus Christian Cage, ladder match for the TNT Championship. Wardlow's got Arn Anderson in his corner. Christian Cage has former Lucha Underground wrestler Luchasaurus there. Because
My fucking heart says Christian.
Yes, 100%. But my heart says Christian. Like, but I don't think they gave Wardlow the TNT title to have him lose to Powerhouse Hobbs or win it back like a week later. Just to
Really? Would you like me to bring up the fucking TV title history and tell you how many times they've actually done that?
No. No. I'm saying, like, I don't know if they would put on Wardlow, have a long reign, to lose it to Joe, to win it back from Joe, to lose it to Hobbs, to win it back, just to lose it to Christian. Fuck it, I'm going Christian. Fuck it, I'm going Christian.
I'll just so we can understand something, just to give you an idea of what a long reign. A long reign would be anything, we'll say 75 days or over, right?
Okay.
Cody Rhodes had it for 82 days, lost it to Brody Lee, who held it for 55. Cody won it back. I think the only reason that happened was Brody was sick.
Mm-hmm.
Brody was supposed to keep it until Darby had it for 186 days, long reign. Miro had it for 184 days. And then the shit show happens. Sammy Guevara has it, holds it for 87 days. Cody Rhodes wins it for 35 days. Sammy Guevara becomes an interim champion for 18 days, then wins it for 42 days, who loses it to Scorpio Sky for 37 days, back to Guevara for 12 days, to Scorpio Sky for 70 days, to Wardlow for 138 days, and then started the Wardlow nonsense of Joe, Darby, Joe, Wardlow, Powerhouse, Wardlow. So 100% they would change that title like that.
Okay, it's Christian. It's Christian.
I want to point out the.
You know what? That actually makes sense. And we'll talk about. Christian wins, and we'll talk about it later.
Twice those championship changed hands. Not just in New York. Just saying. FTR versus Jeff Jarrett and Jay Lethal.
Triple J. Come on, boss.
That's JEFF JARRETT JAYLETHAL. That's Triple J. Mark Briscoe is going to be a special guest referee.
He's not going to see the shenanigans. He's going to count the pinfall.
For Jeff and Jay?
Yeah.
For Jeff and Jay connect? Okay, cool.
I'll allow it.
I still think FTR is winning.
I don't. Here's the time to put the belt on Jeff Jarrett and Jay Lethal.
Well, I mean,
I'm also a mark for the fact of Jeff Jarrett holding the belt in TNA to say he's held the belt everywhere.
That's true. That could be interesting.
I figured it was good. Well, same thing with me. I figured Orange Cassidy's first belt he was winning was the trios title, not the international title.
That's true.
Same thing with Jarrett. You could easily put the trios title on Jarrett and Lethal and fucking Singh have a great run with that belt. But I think now would be a good time to put them on it. The way they hot shot titles, sometimes you can put the belts back on FTR in a month or two.
Yep.
That's true. Yeah. Okay, cool. The 4 Pillars match where the 4 of them are going to juke it out for the AEW World Championship, even though technically Guevara won the tournament of the 4 Pillars. And
but there was tomfoolery and shenanigans. So they had a match on TV. Another match.
Everyone gets a fucking match. Who wins, everyone?
MJF.
Yeah.
There
and
is
next,
no way.
You can't say it.
His next contender will be Wardlow.
Yeah. And that's why the belt's coming off Christian. Or going to Christian.
Yep.
So they pull the trigger at All In? Him versus Wardlow? Or are they doing it all out?
All out.
Then what do they do with All In?
See what happens at Forbidden Door.
Yep.
Him versus some rando. Like
Some-
No.
Can you imagine?
Right. That's it for this show.
3 shows down? Or is
What?
that 4 shows?
Four
That's
shows
four
down,
shows.
son.
Oh,
we
shit.
ripped through NXT Collision.
Right. NXT Collision.
NXT Collision. Shit, are you high too? Let's see. Ryan's on weed. I'm on pills. Sleazy's on.
I haven't had my shot in 3 weeks, so I'm high.
He's on Kickstart.
I'm high on sugar.
He better not be.
Don't check my blood glucose on. Ryan, put yourself over.
Ryan Buck got you on the Reddit. I love reading nonsense on Reddit, so I'll always put that over. That's the same. It's same on Twitter too. So yeah, there's 2.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah. Fuck Chip.
Yep.
Fuck Deets. Fuck
Fuck
AVG.
Yep.
Yeah, all of them. Fat Man, do you want to put over Best Damn Sports Show?
Best damn sports show
Shorts.
period. Short sports show period 2. We're actually on Sunday nights now at 8:00 on the Facebooks and the Twitters.
Cool.
But I will not be on this Sunday because I'm watching Battleground Live. Fuck them.
Wow. I'm at TWS Sleazy.
Do you do this, Fat Man?
We are Sleazy Fat Man on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Please go on over there and give us a like. Videos you can find at twitch.tv/sleazyfatman, youtube.com/sleazyfatman, premium videos on onlyfans.com/the wrestling show. You can find all sorts of content at thewrestlingshow.com, including articles, merch, and a bunch of other cool stuff. You can get this podcast every Saturday morning wherever you get your podcasts, including Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and Podbean. Don't hesitate to rate us on your favorite platform. And don't forget to click that automatic download so you get your fresh episodes right at 8 a.m. So with, as we said before, a fuck you to Chip because he didn't come on the show. Thanks to Ryan, which is kind of weird. Usually he's gone by now. And as always, for Sleazy,
For the Fat Man.
Wrestling Show. Thank you guys so much for listening. Peace.
We have not said this all show. Fuck Dave Meltzer. Fuck Tony Khan. A hot dog's on a sandwich. A sub is on a sandwich. A burger is a sandwich. And today, May 23rd, marks the 24th anniversary of Owen Hart's passing.
I'm a truth that you see